Yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bullets 29 Gaming family. We are bringing to you today our second season of D&D. This is a series of the Order of the Wolf. We're now going into our second season titled The Sacred Order. The Sacred Order is going to take place 5 years in the future based off of our last season. Now, quick shout out to our sponsors before we get too much into it. We have AK Energy, or AK Racing, Rogue Energy, and W Energy, 3 of our sponsors. Make sure you check them out. If you go and use the promo code bullets29, you'll get 10 to 15% off your purchase. Rogue Energy and W Energy I've actually used them at work and they work phenomenal. So make sure check them out, show them some love, get them ready to go, and show them some love in what they do. Real quickly, shout out, we do have a couple of new members of our team, or a couple of new members in our our cast members in the D&D season. So just make sure you keep a nose out or keep an ear out for those new members and watch and see. You'll see them in a little special treat that we have for you. For the first time in the Bullets 29 Gaming season of Order of the Wolf Sacred Order, I am proud to present once again in our first campaign for the Sacred Order our intro video, and we will see you right after.
that. I love
Everyone, anyone want to chime in about that video?
I love the art in it for sure, and the smooth animations.
It turned out.
Music, and good transitions.
It turned out really good. I think it turned out really awesome. Did it for a surprise for my cast members, and they loved it. I think they love it. I think everyone loves it. So what we're gonna do is hello everyone. We are now in season 2. Is everyone ready for season 2?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So season 1 had a great story. You guys defeated Lord Baron, and you have casted out Madrir. You are now 5 years into the future. Rayla has established a home back where she was from, helped establish an orphanage, along with making sure she followed through with keeping the promise that she had for Thois. Manaxas has been able to do his thing of being able to go and try to secure what he's been trying to do. Scarlet is now the sole ruler of Crothia and Dustfall at this point in time. However, there's a little teeny tiny thing that's also involved in that. Scarlet, would you like to say what that teeny tiny little thing is?
Well, as you guys knew from the end of season 1, is that Scarlet was expecting a child of Thois's, and she had the baby. So everything went well, despite her losing her husband and how she was dealing with it by herself. So you guys get to see a new little character that's going to be following a little bit around, and hope you guys enjoy. See if you guys can guess why, potentially, if you can pick it up, why she named her daughter the way she did. See if you guys know that, if you've been watching and following.
It'll be definitely interesting to see that. It's definitely going to be something that's really, really cool. Another thing that happened is that Miss Echo went on a spirit walk and found her true calling and true form of who she was as a person. And Miss Echo, would you like to now introduce yourself of who Echo has now become following her spirit walk?
So Echo, as we all know, is a healer, right? Well, after her spirit walk, she got more connected with nature, and she decided to study some druidic magic. And now she is Wildfire, the druid that is Circle of Wildfire.
She has become a druid just like Curly. They notice she's come a long way from where she was before as well. So definitely something that's brand new. Couple of new characters as well. I'm not going to get them introduced in quite yet. I want them to kind of get, when we come to the point, we'll have them introduce themselves. For those of you who have seen our episodes, there's one other person in particular that has also joined our campaign, and that is Axros. Axros, do you want to kind of give us a little bit of background on who you are?
Hey guys, I'm Axros. I am a dark elf monk. That's pretty much all I'm able to give out. Find out more.
Perfect. All right. So, at this point in time, you guys are all back inside of Crothia. The time has come at this point where another year has passed from where you guys were at before during your season, from your pre-episode stuff. You guys are now a year later. Okay, you are all now gathered within this center right here in the garden in front of you, with a few people in particular. Axros, you're there as well, along with Echo,
Roger.
Eris, Rayla, and Miss Scarlet. So, let's see, do I have everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing one. Oh, Darren, he's not here yet. Okay. And we're gonna get the little child involved as well. We're gonna use a halfling. Don't mind the picture, Scarlet. Don't mind the picture. So, at this point, it has now been a year. Okay, a year since Thois, from the year anniversary. So the 6th year in. Okay. It is 6 years to the date of when Thois left Crothia to fight the Lord Baron with the rest of the team, with the rest of the group, and ended up dying with Kiara, protecting the order. Scarlet, you and your child, which I will leave we'll leave kind of in the background a little bit. We'll wait till you really reveal it. Are currently here in the town. Axros, you're obviously off to the side. Echo, you're gonna be off to the side with Rayla and Eris. And behind you, Axros, is this figure who I am not gonna tell who it is yet. I'll let them figure it out here soon. Is kind of off to the side. Scarlet, you and your child, along with Draxus, I forgot about Draxus, is right now, gotta find a good one for her. Draxus, kind of right behind you, are standing in front of Thois' statue. What do you do?
It's been too long, Thois. I don't understand why you haven't come back yet. I guess maybe the burdens of what you were carrying are just too much. I wish you would come back and meet your daughter. She's a lot like you, you know. Thea is a lot like you. She looks like you. She acts like you. But the biggest thing about her that really reminds me of you and her is that she's willing to learn and how curious she always is about the world. I want you to meet her so bad.
The rest of you are looking on this. What are you all doing? We're gonna go ahead and start with Rayla. Rayla, what are you doing? Rayla. Okay, we'll come back to Rayla. Echo, what are you doing?
Echo's kind of just chilling, listening, what's happening, you know? Just hanging out.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and go to I don't think Eris is back yet. So let's go ahead and jump over to Axros. What are you doing?
I'll probably just stand there. I'll probably just stand and listen. There's not really much for me to say.
Okay.
But just keeping guard, just being aware more of my surroundings.
Okay. Rayla, are you there? I don't think he's back yet. So, all right. At this point, another familiar face to one of you guys, or a few of you, come forward. Scarlet, and comes behind you. Puts her shoulder on your, or hand on her shoulder. What do you do?
I turn around. Oh, Arya, it's really a blessing to have you here. It's definitely not easy seeing your brother there.
It's my pleasure.
I hope that Thea hasn't been too much of a bother, because I know she's kind of developed an obsession for wings.
Arya kind of looks around you a little bit, looks down at her, and kind of winks at her. It's no problem at all. Promise. She kind of turned. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
But how are you doing, Arya?
She turns, walks up to the statue. I just wish I got to know him more. Like you. He kind of looks back. Kind of looks down to the ground. I never got a chance to really say hi and meet him. One day. I hope. One day.
I walk up to Arya and I put my hand on her shoulder. I have a feeling he'll come back, Arya. I have a feeling he will. Because he's been denied being a father before. He was married once. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but her name was Thea, and that's why I named our daughter after her. But Thea, his wife, was expecting twins, but died before she can have them. So Thoris had a lot of burden and regret about that. And now, here he is, here, having a child here, and now he's gone. He's lost so much from all these burdens he's had. So, let's try, at this time of mourning, let us try and remember all the good things that he's brought to us, and how he saved Grothia, and especially saved me. If it wasn't for him, I probably already would have been dead.
As this is going on, Rayla and Eris, you both are watching this. What are both of you doing?
I want to walk up and apologize for not really being there.
Okay, just to clarify, because you're really quiet.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
clarify, I just want to make sure you're wanting to do what?
I wanted to apologize for never really being there to help out that much.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Eris.
Hi. Sorry for never really being there to help out when you needed us the most.
All in the past now, Eris. I do appreciate you apologizing, though. But that also at the same time taught me that I need to start trusting other people. You can't rule a kingdom by yourself. I'm trying my best, but it's definitely a lot harder. And I know Thois would always be proud of you, Eris. Maybe when we have a chance, maybe you and I can go do some research in the library if you'd like.
Alright.
I kind of want to figure out this dark magic a little bit, and how that mark is still on me. And I was told away, so maybe you can help me out if you'd like.
I did not mind helping you out.
Appreciate it.
Rayla, what do you want to be doing as you're hearing this go on?
You heard her talk about how she still got the mark.
That, and also the fact that you're in front of Thois's statue in this garden, about everything going on.
Right. Yeah. When I was destroying that church, burning the city, I told you, I figured out that the portal there was celestial.
Are you saying this to the group?
Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
So it might be more than just dark magic we're dealing with.
As you say this,
You cannot get rid of me that easily.
Oh, and look who's back.
My body might
round
be
two.
gone, but my
Scarlet.
spirit is still here.
what do you do?
As he says that, I stick out my hand to Scarlet. Just
Echo.
To say,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
as a gesture, just to grab on, just in case.
Okay. Echo, what do you want to do? At this point in time, Scarlet is taking her hands and now covering her ears as she says this, saying, "Get it out of my head and leave me alone." Now you have Thea down beside her, kneeling down, and Thea looking on sight of her, not understanding what's going on. What do you guys do?
Go over to Thea and kind of go down to her level.
Okay.
Thea, could you please come over here and give my mother some space?
But what's wrong with Mommy? What's wrong?
Thea, we're trying to figure that out, but can you please come over here so we can figure it out?
Oh, okay.
As this is going on, as Echo and you start walking away from where Scarlet is, Eris, you're kind of down there trying to help her. Rayla, Axros, what are you two doing?
I'm moving myself at least between Scarlet and Thea, so probably on the opposite side of where
Probably
I'm
like right
standing.
here,
Yep.
over here.
And
Okay.
then, is there anything I need to like do insight perception on to see if there's anything that we need to worry about currently?
That is up to you. Do you want to do one?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and do a perception check for me, or actually do an
Alright.
investigation check for me. Investigation.
Okay. Investigation. There we go. 13.
Okay. 13. Okay. You don't see anything in particular at this point in time. Nothing that stands out too much. Does that make sense? But It is something that definitely is of importance. So it is something that you know that is, this is something that you've heard things about since you were in the order, right?
Right.
So you know what's kind of going on, but you're not entirely sure how to process it. But you do know for a fact that there is a dark presence right now. Okay.
So there is a dark presence around us. Any one of you know anything about dark presences and how to, exercise it in a sense?
Out of curiosity, out of my research on reversing dark magic, did I learn anything?
You've learned a little bit of stuff. And you have learned that this entity that this person is, I'm not going to say the name yet because a lot of people don't know what it is yet, but you all know who it is. He is celestial. It's a celestial entity. It's a celestial form where it kind of transposes or transcends to different bodies, so to say, or vessels. It has to have a vessel in order for it to maintain its life. So you know that the only way that you can actually truly destroy it is to destroy it with magic itself, but with a certain type of magic that you guys don't know yet. That's what you've learned. That is what you've learned.
About him using people as vessels is correct.
Correct. He uses bodies and he uses living organs. That's the only way to do it. Scarlet, what do you want to do? This voice is talking to you again. This voice is reaching out again, and it's starting to echo in your mind again.
I walk over to Thois's statue. I go down on my hands and knees. Why can't you leave me alone? Get out of here, please. I can't take it anymore. You took away the love of my life, the light of my life. Why would you do this to me?
Arya kind of moves behind you a little bit, kind of looking over and making sure nothing is around. As you continue to say this, you glance over and you see your daughter, and you see Echo. Echo is standing in a form of a protective stance over Thea at this point in time. Across the way between you and your daughter, you see Axros. Axros is trying to understand things, is looking around, and all of a sudden, from the back behind, you see something on a corner of the roof of the garden, crouched down over here. Glaucus, you see before you a scene of multiple people in this garden in front of a statue. Now you know who the statue is. You know what he's done. But you see a woman down on the ground, and you see a celestial being of some sort, but possibly, you're not entirely sure, behind her. And then you also see a child with a dragonborn, and an individual between the daughter or the child and the woman at the statue, and then a tiefling in the background along with a little dwarf. What are you doing?
I'm staying there, just observing.
Okay, can you roll a stealth check for me, please?
Yes.
And if you go to your player card and you hit stealth, it'll actually roll your stealth for you. Good job. 28. Whew. That's a nat 22. I want you to roll.
Yeah.
I want you to roll a 20 again for me to see how intense. So just roll a basic 20. Okay. Glaucus, you are literally in the shadows. Eyes are glowing. They're not like glowing like a celestial form, but they are glowing in the darkness, kind of like a panther or a cat or a dog would. And as a result, no one else sees you, but you make contact with Scarlet. Eye contact with Scarlet. No one else knows that you're there. I'm gonna switch back to Scarlet real quick. Scarlet, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw for me real quick. Okay.
Damn,
At this
that's-
point in time, Axros, you do some thinking. You know from before what's happened when stressful situations has come up. What is the one thing you've always done before?
Play the flute.
You have played the flute. I need you to roll a performance check for me, please.
9.
9?
Yep.
It still passes, so you still are able to do it. You bring your flute out. Okay? And as you do this, you start to play this instrument. Now, Arya has heard this song before. Scarlet, Arya kind of reaches down to you, grabs your head, and looks you in the eye. Eris, you see Arya kind of reach down, and you see Axros playing the flute. Do you want to do anything?
You said that he's playing the flute. I would like to.
Would you like to join in?
Yes,
Okay.
unfortunately I do not, from what it looks like, have a flute.
Okay, that's fine. So you grab your instrument that you do have,
Flute.
and you start to join in. Axros, you see this other bard all of a sudden bring out his flute and start to play. Echo, Rayla, you see this sight of these two musicians playing. And across the way, you see Arya looking at Scarlet in the eyes. Blackus, you see this from a distance. And as a result, you then see the celestial being stare straight at Scarlet. You don't know it's Scarlet, though. Scarlet, you look deep into the eyes of Arya as the song is playing, and you see the eyes of Thois. The blue, crystallized color glistening off the sun. The calming look on her face. The smile that Thois had. A spitting image of Thois. She kind of looks down at you, and she says in a celestial form, "It's okay, Scarlet. I'm here with you." Then she says the line that's always spoke volume to you so many years ago. "I am right here with you. Always." What do you do?
Oh, Maria, thank you for that. You really are a splitting image of your brother. Thank you for that. I better go check on Thea. She must be really worried. She's never really seen me like this before.
Thea looks over, or you look over at Thea. Thea is hiding behind Echo's leg. Kind of just a head poking out, just kind of looking at you.
Mommy, are you okay? Mom, it's going to be okay. And she walks up to Scarlet.
As you walk up, you hear in your heart and in your mind, I am always with you, Scarlet. Always. Glaucus, what do you want to be doing? Glaucus, what do you want to do? Yeah, what do you want to do?
Galagus?
Yeah, sorry, Galagus. Galagus or how do you pronounce it?
Galagus.
Galagus. Okay. Galagus. What do you want to be doing?
I see.
You just saw this whole thing happen.
As I'm seeing it, I know that it's still a dramatic moment that's happening, so I don't want to intrude and make it more of a threatening way. So I'm gonna still sit there and still observe and see when it's the right moment to introduce myself.
Right. So as you were listening to this song, you were kind of like in that pouncing moment, that pouncing stance, like on your feet. You were there. But when you started to hear the song play, you got relaxed. And you start to hang you hung your feet on the side of the roof as you sit there and listen. As you start to make your way over to Thea, Scarlet, Arya stands up right in front of Thois's statue, causing you to look up, and you see Thois looking to the heavens with a bow and an arrow, or a bow and a sword in another hand, and Kiara wrapped around him. Then you look down at your daughter. What do you do?
Please, I miss you. I miss you. Please come back. I want to make sure that you're proud of me and what we've accomplished together.
At this time, Eris and Axros, what do you want to be doing? You just played a beautiful song together. A beautiful song. And you kind of look at each other. What do you guys want to do?
For me, the idea is more like thinking if once like the grieving's done, once everyone's paid their respects, I suggest that we all head back, probably get something to eat. Everyone's probably tired or hungry after what just transpired.
Yeah.
I want to stay back and wait till everyone leaves before I pay my respects.
So, Scarlet, do you want to do anything about that one thing that you saw.
As she's done wiping her, as Scarlett's done, as I am done wiping my tears, I look up on the roof. Excuse me. Who are you and why are you sitting on top of the roof? And I also ask, oh my gosh. Axe Rose, can you please stay with Thea?
Of course. Yeah, come here.
Thea Thea moves over to where Axos is. Arya, now looking at what you're looking at, Scarlet, positions herself between you and the figure that's on top of the roof. Galagus, what do you want to do?
So I can tell that she's Elvish, correct?
You can tell that Arya has Elvish background, but you can definitely tell that Scarlet, who you don't know her name yet, Scarlet is half elf.
Oh,
Yes.
So since I know that, I'm gonna speak in Elvish.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna be saying, "Hello, my name is Galactus."
Okay. Arya kind of pulls one of her weapons out just at the ready. Right in front of you, Scarlet, with a hand behind, kind of keeping you behind her. What do you want to do?
I put my hand on Arya's shoulder. It's okay. He just introduced himself. You can put your weapons down, Arya. I speak to Gladicus, did I say it right?
Galagus.
Galagus?
Galagus.
Galagus? Okay.
Yep. Galagus.
I gotta practice that. I speak to him in Elvish, and I say, "It is nice to meet you, Galagus. My name is Queen Scarlet. Welcome to Crothia. But why are you here?"
I was passing through from my master giving me a mission, and I came to this spot, and I saw all of you, and I saw you guys all looking at the statue. So I thought I may give my condolence to whoever the statue is, as a respect for passing through.
You can come down if you'd like and come and meet my husband Thois, who's passed away 6 years ago now. You can come down, you can pay your respects, you don't have to hide. If you knew him, you have every right to come in and pay your respects.
Galagus, you knew stories of him. Your master had taught about the great war that happened in this region. Battle between evil and light. Battle where worlds had come together to try to snuff out this evil that had consumed this realm. You know of the name Lord Baron. You know of the name of the Sacred Order, or the Order of the Wolf. You know of Thois and Kiara. You know of Madlir. Your teacher, your mentor, had taught you about that. Had taught you to learn the areas and the terrain of where you're coming from. Had taught you the importance of knowing your enemy. So you know who this is. You know who the statue is. You've heard of him. But you never met him. The order that you're a part of, or the society, I'm not going to give it away, but the society that you're a part of has used Thois as a learning opportunity for its new members, or for its members as a whole. His fighting techniques, his stealth techniques, his tactics. You learn that, but you've never actually physically met him. Nor have you ever met anyone that's known him. And you've always wanted to learn what he was like in real life and learn about him more than just what he did on the battlefield. So for you, finding out that this is Thois' wife is a big deal.
So I'm going to get off of the roof and present myself into the light.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell her. So
As you're making your way up, Arya is kind of still hesitant, kind of just stands right here in front of Scarlet, not knowing who you are. But continue.
I see that she still thinks that I'm a threat, so I'm going to take out my weapons, but I'm going to set them on the ground so I can show her that I'm no threat.
Okay, I want you to roll a persuasion check for me, please. That is a nat 20, my dude.
Yeah, but I got
You got a -1 though.
-1 in performance.
I am still going to go ahead and let you roll another d20. I'm gonna give you the 20.
Okay, I'm rolling now. 2.
As you do this, you approach her slowly, moving forward. You take your swords, your knives, and you slowly just bend to the ground and put them down, making eye contact with her the whole time. Arya's eyes following you all the way down. What is everyone else doing? You see the sight of a figure in front of Arya and Scarlet. Arya in a very defensive mode, or defensive stance, and this figure slowly putting his weapons down. What is everyone doing?
Echo wants to walk over towards Scarlet.
I want to see, like, at least if can I do like what insight check? Is it if I know him, or if
You can if you want to, but you're still with Thea. Just remember that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll start with Echo. Did you want to say or do anything while you go up to her?
So Echo walks over and kind of whispers, not to bother whatever they're doing. Time no see, Scarlet.
Okay. X. Go ahead.
Yep.
Ask-
Roll the insight.
Yep. Go ahead and roll insight for me. Sorry, Scarlet. We'll get right back to you. That's
16.
my bad. I'm sorry. Okay. What are you looking for? Like, if he seems like an actual threat or anything?
Well, one, if he seems like an actual threat, and then from his clothing, if I want to identify if there's any marks, or anything that, like of a society, if, for example, if he's like part of the secret order that I'm in, or stuff like that. Like anything that could identify, or if anything that from like the guild has known about his identity.
Okay. So you kind of look over him, and he essentially, essentially you see a figure or a shape of something on his clothing. It does signify of an order. You don't know what order it is, but it is an order. It has a shape of a blue dragon on it. This dragon, it's like more like a seal or something, kind of flows around, loops around. Looks like it's flying an attacking strike.
Can I speak to him Draconic and ask him what order he's from?
You can ask.
Yeah, so I'll speak to him Draconic and ask what orders he's from. So, Gallicus, what order are you from?
Sorry, stand by.
Order,
Go ahead.
my order is a secret. Once I get to know you more, I will announce it.
Understood.
So he.
Can I tell
Go ahead.
from the insight check, right? Can I still tell if he's actually like backing down though, or if he's actually like trying to be peaceful?
He doesn't. He seems like he's trying to lower his guard down and try to be less of a threat for everyone. But you can't really tell for certain if it's actually like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So can I try to convince? I want to try at least convince everyone. It's like, if we're gonna try and at least have a peaceful conversation, we should not look like the aggressors in this scenario. Let's try to back off a bit. Put the weapons down. Put the weapons away. Just have a normal conversation. So far, it doesn't look like he's willing to attack, or he doesn't seem like a threat so far. Just back it off. Take it easy.
Arya kind of
We'll
looks
figure out some
over.
conversation from there.
Arya kind of
He
looks and
meant
sees.
harm. I'm pretty sure he would have shot us first.
I still don't trust him.
Okay. So Arya kind of slowly lowers her guard down, slowly, and begins to kind of back away. The side next to you, Aris. The words that Echo said to you, Scarlet, was long time no see. As she stands behind you. Now, as Arya stands to the side and Eris stands to the side, this figure, Gallicus, is now making his way forward towards you slowly. And yes,
Axtros-
you may. You may.
So, to what Axtros is saying, I think it is better that we do not have this conversation here, where my husband is buried, please. It is hard enough as it is being here, and this is happening right now. Atticus, pick up your weapons. Please. Come to Crothia, and we will have the conversation. Please, I can't be here much longer and seeing this darkness of war of what might be happening right about now. Please.
As you may. But before we leave, may I go up to the statue, because I have heard and learned from your husband. I've always wanted to meet him in person to learn more about him. Would it be fine if I go to the statue?
Of course you can. I appreciate you lowering your weapons. You seem to have a lot of respect for somebody that you've never met. Go ahead. I do not mind.
As you
May I
make your
stand beside you, if that's possible, Gladicus?
Galagus.
Galagus, sorry.
So as you start to work your way up, do you make your way up with Galagus? Galagus, you go pick up your weapons and go up to the statue. And now you are in front of the statue. The statue that has spoken language and has been heard around the whole kingdoms. Before you in front, you see a statue figure of Thois as he looks into the heavens in the direction to the east. As the sun rises, you see in one hand a sword, another a bow. Wearing celestial armor, a chest plate of celestial armor. Cape in the background. Wrapped behind him on the base, you see a panther in an aggressive stance, as if it's hunting its prey. Wrapped around the legs of Thois. Upon it, a seal of a wolf with a rose in its mouth. A figure of power, of peace, and unity. What do you do?
Place my hand onto the statue and say, Thois, I was taught your ways as a young boy through my adulthood, knowing how you worked your tactics, how you did your stealth, and I also learned about the war. Always wanted to meet you in person to learn more about you and your ways.
As you do this, Scarlet, you see this happening beside you. Do you want to do anything?
Aya, my dear, come, we're gonna get ready to go. Let's leave our flowers and do our Druidic prayers. For Dad, please. Come on, let's go. And then I look at
Thea runs.
Gladicus.
Thea runs up next to you, between you and Gladicus. Kind of grabs your hand, kind of looks up at you, looks over at Galagus. She's clutching a flower and she puts it down on the floor.
Oh, Gladicus, you seem to have a lot of respect for him. That's amazing that you were taught his ways. Right here, that this is his daughter Thea. The only piece of Thois I have left is her. If you would like, if you'd like to join us after, we're just gonna do a Druidic prayer, her and I together. And then we should head out.
Slagus, what do you want to do? You want to join?
I would like to do it.
Okay. So the rest of you kind of move back a little bit, kind of give them their space. Arya kind of still staying close by. And at this point, Scarlet, as you say your Druidic prayers, you, Thea, and Galagus say your prayers, right? And while you're doing this, a certain thing comes into your mind. A certain thing that you've remember a long time ago that was always said and echoes in your mind every day. That is this right. I pray with my hands as well as my voice. My offerings poured on earth and fire. May the kindreds hear my words in my heart. This prayer is offered unto their ears. Ancestors who stand beside me and sing, I hear your song and remember your life. Nature spirits of many strange eyes, I see your place in the world and revel. Gods and goddesses of deep and high realms, I know your works in your days and keep them. May joyful prayers never become voiceless. May offerings made always be received. May the heavens shine down upon us here. May the cosmos remain beautiful. May all these things ever be so, kindreds. And as you are saying your druid prayers, this is going in your head. What do you do?
It's the last time I heard that prayer. We said it together. Before he left.
This point, go ahead.
I gently kiss the statue, gently grab Thea's hand, and walk towards Eris and Arya.
Okay, so you finish your prayers, you reach down, you grab Thea, and both of you make your way over to where Arya is. Now, Echo, you heard this prayer, and you know exactly what it is. You know exactly, based off of your spirit connection, you know what it is. And you remember the last time that this was thought and said was when Thwaice was alive. Galagus, the group begins to make their way out. But all of a sudden, Arya stops and makes her way back towards you. Are you joining us?
Yes, yes,
At this point, Galagus, you make your way up to the rest of the group, while Arya kind of stays back. Scarlet, you pause to look behind you, and you see Arya stare at her brother, gently kiss her hand, and touches the statue. And turns and walks back towards your direction. She comes up to where you are, next to your side, next to you and Thea. I miss him.
I miss him too, Arya. Every day. If you'd like to join us now, Thea and I every morning, we go and we always pray to his statue and always bring him flowers if you'd like to join.
She kind of looks down, grabs your hand, and goes, I'd like that very much.
Love to have you.
Axros, you and Draxus are in the front talking. And he goes, Draxus all of a sudden goes, you know what that was, right?
Yes, yeah, Todd. But let's not talk about it here.
Right.
Let's go to the guild hall and talk about it there. There's some things that should not be spread. Everyone, follow me, and we'll head to the guild hall. We'll probably get some food first, and then I'll have some of the guild members prepare a hall so where we can talk.
All right.
You start making your way to the guild hall and finally get to space where last time there was an encounter very similar but in a different sense. Here, finally make your way in. Echo, Scarlet, Eris, Galagus, Rayla, Scarlet, finally Thea. Finally come to this point in time where you are now inside this place. What do y'all do?
Sure to grab your food, eat, enjoy. Discussions can wait after everyone's had their fill.
Rose, thank you very much for everything here and what your guild has offered.
No problem, Your Highness. It is our duty.
Draxus and you, Axis, kind of step off to the side a little bit. Scarlet, you have never seen Draxus as often as you have recently, especially in the guild. You see a sight of Axros and Draxus kind of walk off to the side. You see them talking, and you have a whole new respect for Draxus and what's going on at this point in time. A guard approaches, or another guild member behind you, Scarlet, and goes, Scarlet, it's good to see you again.
The pleasure's all mine. It's nice to be here. It's been too long to come in here.
Yes, it has. At this point, she looks down at Thea and goes, do you want some more sugar bread? We just put some in the oven and it's going to be coming out here in just a few minutes.
Oh. Well, I mean, she did behave very well today.
Thea kind of looks
Would
up
you
at
like
you.
one? Can I please have one? Miss Guild Leader, please? Can I have a sugar bread?
Certainly. Come on, let's go.
Thank you.
They both run off. You see a new addition to the guild hall. inside this big chamber. You see around you there's certain paintings on the wall, and before you didn't know about this. Yes, you can, Shadow. And so at this point, you look and noticed directly over here on this side, as you can see the marking here, you see a painting that sticks out like a sore thumb. It's one of Thois and Kiara, the newest addition to the guild hall. You all of a sudden see Draxus pause, turn to you, Scarlet, smile, and look up at the painting and look back at you and go, just gives you a soft nod.
This painting is... it's beautiful. Whoever did this painting, they did a very good job, and they were very precise. All of you,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
all of you, all of these people around me, as she's deep in thought thinking this,
Okay.
has done so much for me, and yet I was too blind to see it.
You close your eyes and you take in the thoughts as you say this. And you remember the words that Thois told you from before. Together, we can achieve anything. As it just echoes in your mind and in your heart. At this point, you see, as you're thinking that, you see Echo, Eris, and Rayla, and Arya come up beside you and kind of looking at you, making sure everything is okay. Galagus, no, you don't see anything wrong. Everything seems normal. Doesn't seem like anything's out of place. But what you do see in front of you is a sense of camaraderie that's stronger than you've ever learned inside of the what you've been taught in your guild. They never taught you about camaraderie like this. Never taught you about the never taught you about the meaning of fellowship, the meaning of friendship, the meaning of true bond. They never taught that. And what you see in front of you right now is these group of 5 people encircling around 4 people encircling around one person who's been obviously through so much, supporting her. Rayla, Eris, Echo, what are you all doing as you're standing there next to her as she looks at the painting across the way?
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting easier with time, Eris. Thank you. It is, but the easier it becomes, the more I wonder if he will come back, as he promised. Oh, Echo, you are right. No, she's definitely not wrong about that one.
Rayla, what do you want to do?
Gonna walk off, pick up some food,
maybe when Thoris gets back, you guys can visit my hometown since it's rebuilt.
I would be
What?
honored to see that, Eris.
And just so I'm clear, I whisper that to her.
Okay. At this point, Galagus approaches you, touching something in his hand. But
What is that? What do you have there?
In the place where I stayed to get tutored and learn more about your husband, I was able to keep this book about him, learning his ways and stuff. And I was never taught this. I was never taught about friendship and bonding together with other people. And I saw how all of you guys were doing this, and I thought maybe this could be the starting of something that I have never learned. And I would like you to have this book that I've learned for many years.
I appreciate that. I will definitely treasure this. But I will say this though, Gladigus, about Thois. He was a lot like you. He was always alone and by himself. He never really had a party like what we have now until he met me. But it would be nice to see a new member to come and help us. I'd appreciate it if you'd like to join us. You have a lot of respect for Thois, so I figured if you stay with us, then you get to learn even more about him that your teachings may not have taught you. I'd also like to browse the book after
right.
I say that.
you start to open the book and you look through the pages and you see drawings and pictures of rangers, panthers, armor, styles of fighting. Things that remind you of him, of who he was as a person, as a leader, as a warrior. And most importantly, as a true fighter. A fighter with passion. A fighter with drive and purpose. And as you do this, Galagus kind of looks down at you, puts his hand on your shoulder, and says something to you.
I have read this book back to back so many times, learning his ways, learning more about him. But in every single time I read this, and many of the other books that I've read about him, they've never mentioned his life out of all the tactics, the fighting. It never mentioned a life with someone. I also would like to join you and also learn the ways that he did to accept being a friend and part of a party to people. But I have conditions of myself that
What are the conditions?
Guys, you look down as she asks this, and you reach into the parchment. Reach into your pocket and grab parchment. A parchment that your master gave you. A parchment that has clear instructions of what you need to do in your mission. And you've never trusted someone else with it before. You've always kept to yourself. You've always kept to your person as a whole. Like you were it. You were the only one. They never taught you about trusting. You were it. And as you reach in, you grab it. What do you do?
I say, my masters taught me never to trust people. Never once. And to always stay to myself. If it's okay with you, and that I know I can trust you, will you keep this to yourself until I can fully trust everybody else here in your group? And I nervously hand it over because I'm still new to trusting people.
Always taught us all how to trust and to work together and to rely on each other and to help one another. I myself had problems with that as well. So, I can relate to your condition in a lot of ways. This party here that you see amongst us, I've only really truly trusted one, aside from Thois. And I hope now that I can trust you as well. And if you'd like, if this makes it easier for you as a trust. But I will say, for everyone else, you'll have to earn their trust. But I will say this, you can definitely trust us. You just have to earn everybody else's trust. But if this works for you as a sign of maybe trusting me, I don't mind holding that parchment, but never opening it until you tell me to, in front of everybody.
That would be fine with me.
And Scarlet puts it in her pocket. And here, take this book. Take the book back. I appreciate you letting me read it. I hand it reluctantly and say to Gladicus that Thois would want you to have it. He wants you to look back and continue to grow. It's the only piece of Thois left, aside from his daughter. For me. For you, sorry, for you. You can have it. You can take the book back.
If it's okay with you, may I give it to his daughter when she is old enough to understand, so she can learn more?
Oh, you definitely can. She would love to learn more about her dad, and I've taught her a lot about her father. And the day that he died while I was about 2 months pregnant at the time, when we went into war against Lord Baron, against Lord Madrir, and this would really help her understand how her father was in battle, because that is the one thing I cannot teach her. I can teach her how his tactics was as a person while we were in combat together, but I can't teach her the art of the war and how he was taught by someone else who taught him. If I may, sorry to leave a little abruptly, but I'm going to go check on Draxus, who taught him who taught Thois the art of war.
And as you do this, you start to walk away. Gallius, you are just blown away by the words that she just spoke. The fact that she's so trusting. The fact that she's showing compassion. And willingness to allow you to be a part. You take the book back, kind of holding it close. You put it back into your bag. And you look up and you're standing in front of Rayla, Eris, and Echo, and Arya in front of you. Rayla, Echo, and Eris, do you want to say anything?
So, you're gonna be a part of the shindig?
I guess I am.
I warn you. Watch your back around the fireborn one.
Just be prepared for this headache.
You guys haven't seen me in 6 years and you still won't let it go.
Oh no, I'm not applying that.
I would let it go, but there's the scar on my back.
Regardless, it's good to have you. Just know we're going to keep an eye on you.
As I am on
Ah, nonsense. Come here, buddy.
I kind of like, are you giving me a hug?
Big bear hug coming in.
Like, I have my hands to the side and just looking up like,
Nonsense. Come on, come here.
I have, well, no, this is you mid-hugging me, like my hands are to my side and I'm just looking like I've never
Just lifting
done
you
this
in the air. It's like,
before.
ah, here you go, buddy.
As you do this, you kind of walk off. All of you kind of walk off to the Gray Hall to get some food.
I'm putting down.
After I'm done eating, can I try performing?
Sure, go ahead.
To see if I can get any money.
Sure.
Alright.
Roll pretty high.
That reminds me, Eris. It's been 6 years and I haven't even hugged you.
Run.
Emma, you get in on this too.
Run.
That's a
That's a good roll.
25. I'm
All
going
right.
to loot.
So as you do this, you start to play. And as you play in the Gray Hall, you start to kind of get a feeling of everyone watching you all of a sudden. And And from before, this happened before. Now Thea is in the room, and Thea now sees Eris playing. Rayla and Echo, you see Eris playing beautifully, immensely beautifully. What do you do?
Ah, that's because he's got hustle, cheering him on. Gotta go, boy! I'm the reason you're still alive.
Can Thea run over
Yeah,
the music?
go for it. So Thea runs over to where Eris is playing.
What is that instrument? It
It's a-
sounds nice. Oh. How long if, she kind of kicks her foot to the ground, looks down, has her arms behind her back. How long have you played that?
For years.
Oh. That must mean you must be really
Moving on. So
I got it.
you got it? Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god. That must be really old.
And like that, my heart.
Hold on. Are you calling him old right now?
Yes, she is.
It is.
I never thought it'd be the comment direction for me.
Auntie Echo, can you come with me to go see Mommy? Thank you.
Oh no. Oh no. She's gonna see it.
I followed Tiny Child.
Oh no. Oh boy. This is gonna be big. This is gonna be huge. Alrighty. Well, you go see what's going on. So you, Echo, and Thea come over. Okay, behind. Now, the first person to go find Draxus is your mother. Now, at this point, the rest of you are gone. Echo and Thea are over here. And you run into Draxus and Axros. Too late now. Are in the hall. In the hall. You come in to the hall by the door, and you see a light. All you know is that Draxus and Axros are in this room. Okay. At this point in time, oh boy. Scarlet, you did this to yourself. I want to let you know that right off the bat. You did this to yourself. You walk in and you see floating in the air in front of Axros and Draxus a figure. It's just a light. It's a figure light. And in front of you, you see this figure. And all of a sudden you hear, but we're not alone. Praxis and Axros turn around. Scarlet, you heard. I'm guessing you know who you heard. Floating behind these two. What do you do?
What's going on here?
I whispered to Draxus, was like, should we ask her to wait until the meeting's over, or should we just let her know now?
If not, I can wait.
If you don't mind, Highness, can you wait for a moment until this meeting is finished?
At this point, all of a sudden, Echo comes running into the room where you are, with chasing after Thea, who came in looking for you. And Thea now is looking at this entity figure in front of her, of who you know it is, Scarlet. Scarlet.
Voice?
Scarlet.
Is that you?
Praxis looks at you, Axros. Kind of looks back at Scarlet. Starts to move forward.
You've been talking to him this whole time?
Yes, Your Highness. We had to keep it under wraps, as per His Highness's orders.
Draxus kind of looks down. I wasn't planning on having you find this way. You see, he's in the different realm, different plane. He's, He looks back at you, Axros, and goes, Madrid is not dead. We've known for some time.
I had a feeling he spoke to me in the... when I was at Thois's grave site today.
Is that her?
Yes, Your Highness. But it is your child.
Is that her? Thea kind
Light of my life, it is her.
Thea kind of looks over at you and looks back up, and kind of confused on what's going on.
Yeah? Say hi to your father.
Yeah. As I walk down to her level. This might be a little confusing for you to understand. But remember the person I always told you about every day? When we would go to a statue every morning and we'd say our druidic prayers? To him, and how noble and how smart and how wise he was? Yeah, Mommy. Yeah, I remember. And remember how Mommy told you that he had great, beautiful white wings? Yeah. That's your dad.
Voice floats down. Now, the way that Thois looks is that he's not in an actual any kind of form per se. He's just kind of like an outline silhouette of it, like a humanoid. He starts to walk forward. And at this point, as soon as she comes forward and makes contact, Thea shoots up into the air, eyes glowing bright blue. And she floats back down. And she comes up to you, Scarlet. And she goes, I still care for you, Scarlet. Always have, always will. She is my vessel. She forever will be. Now is not the time. You are in grave danger. You must rely on those around you. You must rely on those you trust. Echo, what do you do as you see this?
A bit closer, trying to get a better understanding of what exactly is happening.
Okay. Scarlet, you start seeing Echo move forward.
This voice is as Thea right now, because Thea is his vessel. Voice, why would you keep this a secret from me? Why?
It was not time yet. You were not ready.
So I'm not good enough for you? Is that what you're telling me?
My dear Scarlet, the Dreer has grown stronger and far more powerful. I can only do so much for not being there. I can't protect you like I did before.
I understand. I'll prove to you that I'm stronger than you think.
As he does this, he releases Thea. Thea floats to the ground. Axros, knowing your character, you go in to try to catch him or catch her. She comes down. Thois floats back to the center and dissipates into the air.
Is Thea sleeping or is she still like somewhat awake?
She's asleep. She's like
Okay.
drained. She's exhausted.
Okay. Well, I'm still carrying Thea, like rocking her back and forth. You don't have, I'm sorry that you had to find out this way, Your Highness. But this is all that we could have done.
It's okay. I understand. I understand, Axros. I think it's better that we go and take Thea home so she can have a nap. And it's just...
There is a nursery within the guild. We still have to have that meeting we stole for. If not, understandable.
Oh, well then, if there's a nursery, then that's okay then.
I summon a guild member to help take Thea to the nursery so she can sleep peacefully.
So a guild member comes rushing in past Draxus, who still has his head down. And Thea is taken off into the nursery.
Right. Summon another guild member and tell them if the group that came with me is done eating, it's time to have the meeting.
Ressa, I will go summon them right away. The rest of you are quickly drawn into this room where you see a sight where Drax is sitting down, head in his hands, as at this point you have Echo next to Scarlet. You have Actros next to Scarlet. And Thea is no longer in the room. And you don't know where Thea is. What do you do?
Welcome all of you to the conference room. Well,
We were supposed to be having a good time.
you have finished eating, haven't you? Don't forget, there's still business that must be conducted. Maybe after this meeting you can enjoy your time off. However,
This is my time off.
let me introduce myself formally. I'm a newly appointed guild master, appointed to Prothea. My name is Actros Yashrai. For all of you, just call me Yashrai. Let's see, where do I begin? Let me start with the bad news first. Well, there's only bad news to say, but Major is still alive. He is growing stronger by the waking moment.
Mhm.
I have just spoken. It might be hard to believe, but I've spoken with Thois. His spirit how do I say, is in another dimension. Has informed me and Draxus of Mature getting stronger. We urgently need to prepare. Are you all ready for this next task?
I have to for the sake of it.
Know where to go?
Information shall be coming in a few days' time. But until then, we must get stronger.
If I may interject there, Mr. Ashrai.
As you may, Your Highness.
If we do go on adventure, what will happen of Thea?
We can always have someone in the guild take care of her. If not, we can always have a couple of extra bodyguards surrounding Thea. Maybe a nanny to help take care of her. Or you may have to stay behind in this, Your Highness, so you can take care of Thea as well. The rest of us go. Because don't forget, you're also the ruler of this kingdom. You also have to protect and overlook your subjects.
Yes. I will let you know in 2 days' time, or how long you think it would take to think if I should go along.
I'll come back to you whenever I receive more news, Thois, or from our other guild masters surrounding the continent.
I appreciate your time and taking the opportunity to let all of us know.
I clap my hands together and bow down to the Queen. It is my honor, Your Highness.
Well, you guys ready to defeat Lord Madrid again?
Scarlet,
Yes.
before we all head to bed, by the way, may I talk to you?
Yes. I've been wanting to do that as well. Actually, never mind. So
at this point in time, Drax just kind of walks off by himself
Does anyone notice?
Scarlet does.
Okay.
I walk up to him. Draxus.
Wrong person.
What?
You moved the wrong character.
Ow. Draxus. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't tell you.
Okay. I understand why you kept it from me. You thought it would hold me back.
I thought it was too soon, Scarlet. Too soon. You have a daughter to consider. Last thing they want to see is you to feel like I haven't done enough for Thoris.
Draxus, you've done so much for him. Don't worry, I'm not upset at you for keeping this a secret. If anything, I'm not surprised that Thoris told you not to. At least he got to see his daughter. At least. He's never got to see what she looked like. So.
That is true. It is very true. At this
I'm happy about that.
Yes. She did. Yes. I just wish I could have done more.
You've already done so much for us, Draxus. Besides, I think it's time. I think it's time for you to do me a little favor, if you don't mind. I know Thois has asked you, but I'd also would like to ask you. I have taught her every flower and healing and everything that you've taught me. But I also was wondering if you do have time, maybe at times I can let you watch over Thea for sometimes. You know, just hang out with her grandpa.
I can do that.
Hope she doesn't cause too much trouble. She is a lot like Thois. Very.
And a lot like you, Scarlet. He boops you on the nose like he did as a child.
Yeah, she loves to explore, like him. But I also would like you, if you may, to teach him her also different ways of Thois that I never. I mean, I know him well, but you know about how he was as a kid. So I wasn't there to really see that as much.
As this continues, you continue to move up. You continue to walk as the rest of the group begins to go towards the main hall. You all go into the hall, and Actros pulls out his instrument.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, if you guys haven't had enough food, let's get some more. And Rayla, Eris, or maybe Galacus. I hope some of you may hold some need. Let's have some fun. A little contest. Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I hope you guys have fun, but I do have to go talk to Scarlet.
Ah, Killjoy.
We'll stay in the hall.
So
Echo.
Scarlet and Echo, you go off to the side.
All right. lads and lassies. I had some of the guild members to bring like 4 to 5 cups of mead.
Out of curiosity, does anything go in this game?
Are you okay? So what game are you playing? Okay, hold on. So you're playing a fun game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what game are we playing?
We're having a contest of who can hold their mead.
All right. So
Drinking contest.
you're having a drinking contest. Okay. At this point, I need the ones that are participating in the competition. Who's all participating?
Hi.
All right.
Hi.
I need you, everyone that's participating, to roll a. What would this be, Shadow? Would this be a dex
For
alcohol?
for alcohol.
Usually it's a con save.
So usually, yes, it would be a constitution, because you're trying to focus on downing it without spinning it. So you're
Right, but a
very
dex would be
focused.
saving poison, or a disease or anything else like that. So I would say let's.
meat are we drinking?
It's
A very
alcohol.
strong one, Rick.
It's alcohol. Let's do a dex. I want everyone to roll. Everyone that's participating to roll a dex for me.
All right.
As you hand me the mead and say this game, I'm looking at you confused, so I don't participate because I don't know that much about it.
Okay.
Galagus, it's okay. You can try it after we drink it, or if you want, I could drink your cup as well.
All right. So, Eris rolled a 24. Axeros rolled a 19. Rayla rolled a 5.
Go on, Rayla. I know that you can hold
know
your
this
like
game.
before.
Oh my gosh.
I just smack it out of the guy's hand.
Oh man. All right. So, okay. Rayla, you are like drink it way too fast and are like feeling a little lightheaded. Axros and Eris, you're like, come on, give me another one. Come on, let's go.
Give us
Bring me
another.
another one. So, I need you all to roll another Dex saving throw for me, please.
Nat 20.
20.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Okay, Rayla. Rayla, you pace yourself this.
That can be done for this.
I know you pace yourself to the point where you're able to get through this one. You're able to get through this one. Okay. Axros and Eris, you are still. Oh, come on, get another one. Bring me another one. Let's go. We're gonna make it fair. I want everyone to just roll a d20 for me, please.
D20.
All right.
Just a d20. Flat d20.
Oh, there's.
Oh, the time.
Oh my god!
Nat 20.
Okay, okay.
Nat 20
Oh my
in a
gosh.
row.
Rayla and Axros. All right, Rayla, you're starting to feel it a little bit. Axros, you're definitely starting to feel it now. You've been pounding them down, and you were just like, oh my gosh. Now I'm starting to feel it. Eris is like, let's go. Come on. I've been singing and doing stuff in bars my whole life. I can do it again. Need you all to
We did
roll.
often get to keep drinking when the bar fights happen.
Yeah, right. I need you to roll one more d20 for me.
All of us, or
All of you.
okay.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh, Axros.
Wait, hold up. Someone may get worse.
Oh, I'm letting Rayleigh roll first. And now for me.
Oh no. 2 nat 20s. Let's see if your luck stays high.
Oh
18.
my gosh.
All right,
Lucky son of a gun.
And
Axros, you are just like you're feeling it last time, and pretty soon, Arya and Galagus, you see, and Draxus see Axros just collapse to the table.
Am I still struggling to just get up? Or am I
You're
just,
still
like, passed out?
you're passed out. Like you're gonna have to be like carried out. You drank so many. Rayla,
Oh, I was hoping for a challenge.
Rayla and Eris, I need you to roll one more d20 for me. Let's see if Rayla.
Oh, I gave him
Okay.
a point of exhaustion.
Let's see if Rayla can come back.
Can I get one roll that's above 10?
Oh.
Imagine you get a no.
Nat 1. Watch, he gets a nat 1.
18.
18.
There we go.
There we go. Eris,
There we go.
you are starting to feel it now. Rayla is starting to pace herself now. She's like, I can play with the boys. Don't you worry. I can keep up with them.
I'm not getting too old for this, Sonny.
You're not getting too old for this. I need both of you to roll one more time. One last time.
Oh.
I still haven't doing very good.
Okay. Rayla. Rayla.
Dice isn't even on there.
Rayla takes another drink and she struggles to drink it, and all of a sudden she collapses to the table.
Oof.
Eris, you get up going, woo, yeah, I did it, and then
Can I roll to wake up?
sure, you roll the wake up.
What do I need to roll?
Roll Constitution.
Constitution?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I'm back alive, bitches! I'm back alive!
Rayla and Eris, if you want to try, you can.
alright, is this a con save?
Yeah.
I love
14.
These boys, Echo. These boys always have to have a challenge, and well, Rayla always has to join with the boys.
Rayla wakes up to the sight of seeing Axros kind of waking up a little bit. Rayla, you kind of look at Axros a little bit, kind of shake your head a little bit. You both look over at Eris, not waking up.
Would it be okay if
And I walk in the bar and I just say, "Put me in, coach."
Ah.
And out comes a dragonborn by the name of Jaren.
okay.
Going on, like, what the heck? So, at this point, we're going to jump over to Echo and Scarlet. Go ahead and go with your conversation.
Those boys, and Rayla has to always join the party. I really can't afford to do that anymore.
You haven't changed much over the years.
Well, I mean, I used to drink, but every so often, but not to that extreme of them breaking tables.
You have a child now. It's reasonable.
Of course. You said you wanted to chat.
Well, I wanted to let you know that I've
I noticed. I sensed it when I saw you.
I was thinking about joining in the prayer, but I didn't really want to bother you guys.
Well, now that you understand Druidic now, you could have easily have joined in.
Yes, but you were having your moment.
Yeah. But you can always have your moment too. You don't always have to get approval to go there. So, anytime you want to join next time, you can. I mean, it would be nice to sing the Druidic prayer that I've always said to Thois. With Thea, it would be nice if I'd have someone else do it, because Thois isn't around anymore. You wanted to chat about something, though. It's been hard. It's been hard with her, without Thois. Without... You know, it's been hard without him. Thois is... No, please, it's okay. You're becoming a druid. It suits you more anyway. You were figuring yourself out, and you needed some reflection time. People need that. It's okay. Besides, Thea seems to like your company. I'm surprised she hasn't asked you to pet your scales yet. She's... Yes, I taught her that. Anyone who's close in the party has respect to call her that. And... It's so hard. Yeah. You know, I thought about it after. You know when Prince Baron was trying to get you over the river? I had a thought, and so did Thois. But we never told you because we wanted to see. Actually, to be honest, we were kind of teasing each other as to which druidic circle you would have. We were kind of having little bets about it. I lost. He was right. He knew that you had the heart and the soul of the Circle of the Wildfire. And how much you've been through crossing that river with Prince Baron there by your side helping you. I knew that you being a cleric was not the right one. And when I taught you how to listen to the trees and the grass and the wind, it was nice that you were listening and it helped you become a stronger person. And that's what both Thois and I've always wanted to do. For you, especially. Being so young. You did, but that is all right.
Be strong with one another. Learn from one another. Grow with one another.
At this point, you see Thea walk in and look at both of you with a smile on her face. Escorted by another member of the order. She smiles and waves at both of you. And both of you see the twinkle in her eye of Thois. And at this point, Axros turns around, looks. Rayla turns around, looks. And Eris and Arya looks. And they see this child. This child who is the future This child who means everything for the orders. Both your order, Axris, and the Order of the Wolf. At this point, Eris and Axris look at each other, nod, and they know what they need to do. Both of them whip out their instruments and continue to play. What are you all doing?
You want us to roll performance?
No, be good.
Okay.
I'm enjoying playing with flute.
Yeah, both you and Eris are playing right now.
Yeah, because Thea is Thois's daughter, he can do that because he's a vessel. Remember when I came out of that dark cloud? Remember how I had those blue eyes? It was because at that moment was when Thois knew that I was pregnant with Thea, and that's how he could do that. He did it to save me. And now he's doing it through Thea. I'm just worried that Madrina will find out about her. And now, not that I never didn't disrespect you any less because you're now a druid, but I'm just so proud of you, and I know you'll do what's right. I also wanted to ask you, you said you knew about the mark so many years ago. I'm wondering maybe tomorrow, once I get Thea all settled, maybe we can look through that. Okay. I'll do my best and translate it as much as I can, and then maybe I can ask Draxus as well for help. Yes. Thea, come along, sweetheart.
No, go ahead and just roll. Curly. Go ahead and just roll.
Which one?
To your question, the second one. So just roll a perception.
Oh, okay, that one. I wanted to know that, the skill.
Yeah, perception.
23.
Okay, so you notice that he's gone. You don't know where he went, but he noticed that he is gone. As the day closes down, you guys celebrate and you enjoy everything. As you reminisce the time together, and the hall, a nice of being able to just be together, celebrating each other's acquaintances and each other's time together. At this point, this is where we're going to be ending our session tonight because some of us have to get going. I hope everyone enjoyed the new season of Order of the Wolf. I hope everyone enjoyed the content that we brought forward to you today. I hope everyone enjoyed what's going to happen in this season. I mean, there's a lot that's going to be happening. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy what's looking forward. Make sure you check out our sponsors, AK Racing, W Energy, Rogue Energy. Those are great companies to work with. Make sure you check them out. Use promo code Bullets29. Get 10 to 15% off your purchase. And as always, thanks for tuning in on this series of Sacred of the Order. And we'll see you next session.